Mr. Superintendent, thank you for your time. Talk about your blueprint that will combine online learning with the chance for students to get back in the classroom, why you think it's the best, most focused way to go for our children this coming school year.
So we've got three options here in Okeechobee. I mean, we're starting the year face-to-face, and we're going to be starting on August the 17th. We're going to welcome students back just like they've always attended school any other year. But we do have a couple other options for our students. There's a hybrid model, or the innovative model, as the Florida Department of Education calls it. And we've named it here locally Okeechobee Sync, and that's where the students will be able to sign on and watch their teacher live in the classroom presenting their lessons. And then we have a third option, which is virtual, and that's mainly for those students and parents who are not ready to come back yet. And so they're going to take a little extra time off from coming to school, but we're going to still provide them all of the instruction that they need in order to meet those standards for their grade level.
What percentages are picking which option right now as it looks?
So right now it's about 50% of our students have chosen face-to-face. We have about 27% that have chosen virtual, and about 24% or so who have selected that in-between hybrid model, or option 2 as we're calling it. So to put some numbers to that, that's a little over 3,000 students that will be coming back face-to-face. And believe it or not, option 3, the next most popular option, has about 1,500 students that have signed up for that, and that's larger than our Okeechobee High School.
Wow. Mr. Superintendent, for those who would like to send their children back but are keeping them at home and going the virtual route, but are perhaps concerned that they won't get the same quality of instruction, the same level, what do you say to any of those concerns going in?
So a couple different things that I would say. I mean, face-to-face obviously is the best model. That's where we're providing instruction in person. The interaction with the teacher is best. The support services that they get by the guidance counselor, by their inclusion teacher if they happen to have special needs. So there's really no substitute for face-to-face instruction. Well, that being said, that's why we developed option 2. And option 2 is where you'll sign on at the same time that class is occurring face-to-face. So you get to participate in class. You get to hear the other students asking questions. You'll get to see the teacher at the whiteboard working out a problem. You'll have the ability to ask questions of the teacher, and she'll be able to make sure that you're doing your work and paying attention as you watch her on the computer. So that probably is the next best model because, again, that live interaction is important. The virtual school is, there's courseware out there that we have partnered with Edgenuity and Edmentum, and they're going to provide standards-based courses for us, and so that our teachers will be facilitators in that, so that they're all based on the Florida standards, and so we know that they're quality work. So our hope is that whatever option you choose, whichever is right for your family, it's still going to come with it the required rigor that we would need in order to get you promoted to the next grade.
Superintendent, what about health concerns? We want to keep COVID, of course, out of the schoolhouse, but there's no guarantee we will. What do you say to parents and to teachers and administrators about precautions that will be in place in case a case of COVID happens in a classroom?
Right.
Happens at a school? How do you protect students and teachers? What's in place to deal with that?
Yes, sir. So every school district in the state of Florida has been working on mitigation strategies to try to make the return to school safe. And that's not just for students, but that's also for our employees and our parents who are walking in the door, dropping off their students. So we're taking all the normal precautions. I mean, those are hand washing, that's hand sanitizing, it's limiting the number of visitors, it's ensuring that surfaces that are touched the most frequently are wiped down periodic time during certain times during the day. We're stocking up on hundreds of gallons of hand sanitizer and dozens of drums of disinfectant that we're delivering to our schools to make sure that we have all the chemicals and that our custodians are prepared in order to address those students that are returning to us face to face.
What about
we're looking at training. Yes, sir.
What about masks?
Masks. So our school board decided at the last meeting that we are going to require masks for both students and employees. So at any point in time that any visitor, contractor, employee, or student is on campus and they break that 6-foot barrier, then they're required to have a mask on. So
Final brief comments, sir. It's a year of trepidation for parents and students. It's a whole new ballgame. Your final thoughts and message to parents and students and teachers.
So I can tell you this is, you know, we're blazing a new trail. We know that this is new for everybody. We may not have all the answers, but you know, anytime that a problem has presented itself, we're problem solving, trying to make sure that we're doing the right thing for everybody. So there will be some growing pains and there will be some challenges, but we're going to welcome everybody back. We know that there are multiple reasons why we should return. For the benefit of the student. And I think deep down teachers want to return. They just want to make sure that it's in a safe environment, and we're going to ensure that safe environment for them to come back to.
Very eloquent. I appreciate it very, very much. Again, this will air in full, unedited on our major online platforms and chunks of it for our big on-air special. And you couldn't have been more eloquent. I know it's been a tough year for all of you, and you're encapsulating in small form what has been, I'm sure, a lot of sleepless weeks and nights for you and those who have education close to your heart. You seem like you feel as good as you can feel. We're done recording for the main part of it. You seem like you feel as good as you can possibly feel for all the contingencies. Is that a fair gut reaction, sir?
It is. I mean, you know, you're right. There are some sleepless nights out there, and I'm waking up in the middle of the night thinking, okay, did I do this? And well, what about this? And if we change this, would it make it better?
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to make sure that everybody's comfortable, but you know, it does have its challenges. I mean, we're looking at unprecedented times in terms of returning back in the middle of a pandemic, and we're doing our best. That's all I can say.